New. Well-known decorator Michael Hutton mentored interior designer Erhard Nivot to become the owner of the design firm, and Erhard now continues the legacy of this brand. The house features a collection of art built over time in a home that has gradually been developed.
Hi guys, I'm Erhard Nivot from New. Welcome to one of our beautiful projects. Let me show you around. So growing up as a family, we moved around a lot, but I spent most of my time in Port Elizabeth. This is where I went to school, and it's where I found my passion for interior design. I realized spaces have always interested me. Probably used to frustrate my mother a lot, moving around furniture in the house and painting out my walls in my bedroom. Every time they'd get home, something would look different or be out of place. There the passion really developed, and I realized it's something that I'd want to study and make my career going forward. This was quite a special project for us. It was quite a fun project where the concept and the main focus in this house was art, which is why it was so important for us coming through the entrance, through the front door, to be faced with all of this different art, from sculptures to beautiful bright paintings. Since day one, they wanted this beautiful Lionel Schmidt head in the entrance, so you're greeted by it as you come through the front door. And then we had to accent it with fantastic pieces like a colourful Obamsky and some beautiful sculptures on the other side of things. So here we are in a formal lounge space. It's the first space you encounter as you enter the home down the stairs from your entrance hall. The client really wanted a spectacular space that would jump out at you as you come. So for guests to enjoy and for them as a family to enjoy as well. I'd say this is where the journey of their art collecting started. I mean, you can see it works around us, from Blessing to Richard van der Meulen sculptures. All around you, you find beautiful pieces. Some of the other pieces we had to find to really complete the eclectic feel of this space is some fantastic Italian furniture that we had imported specifically. The client actually saw this on one of the art fairs we went to for art and fell in love with it, so we had to order some. And with the texture that it brings to the space, it just really jumps out at you. I absolutely believe in using texture in every space. It's a key factor in bringing an eclectic space together and really making it come to life. So we had a special artist create this unusual and interesting wall texture, which, even though it looks hard and rough, it's actually made from silicone that's been painted by Paint Technique to really give this spectacular, unusual feel and help make this artwork pop out at you. So everything here was chosen to actually be chaotic and actually make the statement they wanted as you come in.
Heading to the owner's workspace, we see a continuation of how the art is a source of her inspiration.
This is the client's personal study, and they wanted a space that really reflected their personality but was still interesting and calming and productive at the same time. So we have a very beautiful and interesting desk from Italy that was sourced specifically. She saw it and she had to have it. And it's all kind of framed by beautiful art. This fantastic Norman Catherine tapestry, one of the few ones that he made, was something she actually previously owned, and she said, this has to have prime space on the wall in my study. We tried to play with some quirky colors and lines and stripes throughout the whole space. So from a yellow Eames chair through to the Paul Smith inspired stripes on the sliding cupboard doors for the shelves, to even an Asian inspired cupboard that we painted in a fuchsia pink, which is her favorite color. And I think it all kind of came together very nicely to create a very calming yet inspiring space for her to do what she needs to do every day behind her desk.
From work to relaxation, the house is designed to be stylish as well as functional, with careful consideration given to the importance of family time.
Well, let me show you the heart of the home, the main family living space. The house was designed for quite a large family, and they love to gather together and have dinners and suppers. So we had to really create a space that would cater for those scenarios, but yet still be intimate enough for them when it's just them to enjoy the space itself. we went with a nice dark, deep charcoal color on all the walls. So it can kind of just disappear into the background and make the art and everything else the main feature. The stone-colored cabinetry, along with the beautiful sandstone cladding that came with the house, I think just marries in with that beautiful charcoal space. Here we had to choose some beautiful pendant lights that would be a feature, but also not obscure that beautiful art piece in the back. So it had to be something that's airy and see-through. We had these sourced from Italy, they're also stunning. And then to the main area of this home, which is this family room space. The client didn't want to have a TV there. They just wanted a space where as a family they could converse and sit together and just enjoy time together. So we opted for a slightly different approach to what you would usually do in a family room, which is a bit of a conversation pit. It's closed off from both sides. With that's the challenge that you cut off outside from the inside. So this beautiful sofa actually comes with the added advantage of removable backrests that can swivel around. So you can sit on both sides of it and actually enjoy conversation inside, outside, and set it up to cater for your real needs in this space. So one of the things that personally gets me the most excited when we worked on this project was this artwork. I quite enjoy the Rolling Stones music myself. And this is a spectacular piece that actually works three-dimensionally. As you move past it, you actually see it changing from an album cover to a photo of the lead singer. So we wanted it to be an experience walking down the passage past it, looking at the artwork and actually seeing this constant changing artwork and that interest on the wall.
The attention to detail is not confined to inside the home. The landscaping of the garden and the careful placing of the statues extends the design thread throughout the property.
The client really wanted a beautiful garden. This has always been something important in all the homes they've lived in. In fact, we actually had to bring in cranes to bring the numerous cycads into the actual property so that they could have a calming, beautiful, familiar space that just engulfs the whole area. So from a furnishing perspective, we had to choose muted tones. You know, your olive greens and whites and natural timber spaces. So it doesn't impose on this natural setting, but actually blends in with the rest of it. We had some fantastic custom pieces made, some other Italian pieces sourced, and then a local South African artist who actually created a fantastic art sculptural light piece over the dining table.
For Erhard, creating each living space is like putting together a live-in work of art.
So here we are in the main bedroom. Here you're greeted by a beautiful wall and art, and then suddenly you're in the dressing and bathroom side, the bedroom on the far side of the room. This is a bedroom where you can literally open your eyes and close your eyes to a spectacular view. I mean, it's smaller than your traditional space compared to the rest of the house. And to maximize on the feeling of space, because we're surrounded by windows on two of the sides, we added some mirrors to some hidden cupboards that just reflects the outside and brings outside inside. Just because the main bedroom's for the king and queen doesn't mean we have to skimp on the other bedrooms. In this home, the guest bedrooms all have a very unique look and feel to them as well. Each obviously has some feature artwork like everywhere else in the home, and then some custom headboards made out of leathers and other textures, specialized textured wallpaper on the back to give it that texture and feel like the rest of the home. And just all in all, a very nice and comfortable space to be in, because the guest needs to feel at home. Even though you don't always necessarily want them to stay too long, they still need to enjoy their stay. One of my other favorite parts of this home is the private balcony to the main bedroom. It's quite different to everywhere else in the home where we had this contemporary, eclectic feel. This has more of an African-inspired feel. It's a space where we had to source a lot of rustic and unique pieces to bring together this look and feel, from comfortable outdoor seating to hand-carved chairs from Malawi. Ultimately, the art also speaks to this outside space, so you had to bring in some sculptures outside, like downstairs and everywhere else, speaking to the holistic approach for this home focused around art. It's absolutely possible to create an eclectic, beautiful space without having to spend a fortune. The important thing about the eclectic style is that it is a mix and match of different styles and elements that come together to create something that still cohesively works, but doesn't necessarily speak to the same style. You can start off by having a neutral base that ties it all together, a bit of a common theme, and then fill it with little pieces and things that mean something to you. And I think that's key, is making sure that what you put in your home, whether it's expensive or inexpensive, is something that you actually like, has a bit of a story, and is something you like to surround yourself with. Don't overthink putting it together. It will all come together if you keep that in mind.
Over time, with careful planning and investment, a house can turn into a distinctly personal home like this one. Next on the Insider Essay.